Hello everyone. Stocks continued their pullback on Tuesday with the Standard & Poor's 500 down 1.01%. That index led the way down with the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 was down 1.14%. But as you can see, we are still holding those big gains from March 29th on the Russell 2000. And as long as we hold those lows of that intraday session, I think that this pullback overall is healthy, especially with volume still being below average. Now, it ticked up significantly today on the S&P 500, but it was still below average. And if you look at the ETF, the SPY, you can see volume was still well below average. Diamonds, same thing. It's risen a lot, but the moving average has come so far down that really today's session wasn't that big of a deal. But the Dow Jones Industrial Average also shows that surge in the volume with the New York Stock Exchange. But overall, we're still holding that March 29th move, and really I'll be watching those support levels as key levels to hold. The NASDAQ volume is only slightly higher today, and it's actually basically still holding on to with the 48.43 close. You can see that the low here is 48.32, so for now we're holding on to those lows, and we're pulling back on lower volume. So overall, I welcome this move. Now obviously on some of the new long positions we're going to get clipped out of, like today, JBT on an end-of-day basis is a 50% sell. I guess you could wait to go ahead and do it. I'm already out of half of it, but you could go ahead and use the 53.75 level. And if you don't use the signal date, which is what I'm using, the low day there is 54.40, so 54.12 is below that. So JBT technically, with yesterday's, whenever it broke below the 20-day moving average, confirmed to sell off today. That's basically why it's a 50% sell. AGR also went below the most recent March lows on heavier volume, being a 50%, making it a 50% sell on an end-of-day basis. I've already been taken out of AGRO completely on my end. And then also Cores is a 50% sell because it closed below the low day of the pocket pivot point signal date. Like I said, it was a good signal, but I kind of had the feeling that the lower volume might not produce a move immediately unless the market went higher. So this is no shock to me, but the March lows remain the final sell stop. On an end-of-day basis, Echo has failed because it's closing at 26.15. That is below the low of 26.17 on the 28th, so it is a full sell, even though volume is below average. So with the below average volume, and actually with BOP increasing and staying green the entire way, it is still a buyback candidate, and what I would be looking to do is buy back some with a move above 27.44. So 27.45 is where I actually still have my buy stops. So even though it's a full sell, I still have buy stops because this is a very bullish looking consolidation pattern so far. And if the market reverses higher, I want to make sure I get back along this. And then also ANFI, finally, it has failed on an end of day basis. So from here to here, we're leaving with the final part of the position with an 8% gain. I tell you what, this is not the kind of gains that we used to see in other previous uptrends. Now I know at one point ANFI we were able to lock in, it was up 75%, and when we started to take gains, we were able to take gains still with around a 35% gain overall, probably averaging out my total gains on the position around 15 to 20%, but overall that is lame considering we've been holding this since November. But what do you expect in these volatile markets? Now, with all that, we actually still have two new positions to add to. One new long signal and one add. CBNJ was acquired by OCFC, but as you can see by looking at OCFC's chart, it has been under a lot of accumulation recently with very low volume on the pullbacks. The regional bank group overall is a very bullish sector right now. You can see the move of February lows is quite bullish. It technically now is CBNJ. CBNJ was acquired by OCFC, but CBNJ has the more bullish technical pattern set up, so I guess I'll play this one because overall this thing's been on my radar since March. Earlier in 2015 it was on my radar from August all the way up to October when it fell off because of the green BOP went away. But you can see back-to-back pivot point signals on above average volume. BOP decreased yesterday, or else it would have been a new long yesterday, but it's increasing today, confirming the strength in the overall price and volume pattern. So we'll go ahead and take a 2% new long position since it's a CanSlim stock and was actually confirmed in the BOP scan. I think I wrote it down as 2%. That should be 3%. So CBNJ is a 3%. Let me change that in my trading diary. That is a 3% new long position with the signal, 2% for CanSlim, 1% for BOP. And then SFBS, This is one of the higher quality stocks overall in the market right now. This is a canceling quality stock. It's also right now qualifying in my pre-perfect speculator scan. It would be in the perfect speculator scan if this was over $50, but it gets the stocks over 40 before they hit 50. SFBS became a long signal on the 29th. Unfortunately, it gapped away from my limit order. So I've moved my limit order up to 43.15. Good to cancel. It's still on the books, so that goes with today's signals. Today's signal, my limit order will be at 44.71. It's an ad from the canceling scan, so right now that's a 1% ad. It was also confirmed, obviously, in the pre-perfect speculator scan and the BOP scan, 0.5% for each, for a total of a 2% long position. But very bullish intraday move today. Overall, very strong pattern. So with this one, my final sell stop will probably be, actually, it's really weird because on the ad position, if it moves below 43.15, I'll be stopped out on the ad. But then my larger original long position will be triggered because I'm going to keep that limit at 43.15. A little odd kind of setup, but it is what it is.